What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Road 206 here with the Keymaster 84, back with another episode of Hanging with the Bruh. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about too old, too young, age of a gamer. I brought this topic to the Keymaster a couple days ago. I was reading an article online about scrutiny that either older or too young gamers get for being gamers. So I figured it'd be a good to talk about. And so yeah, I'm gonna pass it over to Key, see what his initial thoughts are, and then I'll fill in the blanks. What do you think, Key? What do you think? What do you think discrimination is against older or younger gamers?
I don't understand it. I know that it exists, but I don't understand it all at the same time. Young, old, hipster, hapster. It doesn't matter what you do, man. If you want to game,
Hipsters. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry, that's just my own personal thing.
please, bro, you want a challenge? Go. Let's do it. Anyways, no, I mean, anybody can play games. I mean, I love my dad to death. He's been a gamer. He's a lifer. He's a lifer gamer.
He's a lifer.
He will always play games.
Yeah, your dad's pretty awesome though. Not everybody's got a cool dad like you do.
I mean, he knows more about the games that he plays than people that stream the games that he plays. Like, I mean, he doesn't play a lot of games. But the games he does play, he knows a crap ton about. Oh, damn it, I almost got the double. Oh, and the rockets are up. Of course I die right when the rockets are coming up. But yeah, no, I harbor no ill will. I think all gamers should be created equal in a fair and fine way. I don't understand because like even in our own experience, just you and I mean we get it too because we're older streamers. You know, and I've noticed it's been getting a little bit better because the more popular streamers are getting older.
Yeah.
Which I mean shouldn't be the reason that it's not as bad. But it is. I mean, it's just the way it is. So I mean, which is nice to see. But no, I don't understand why people harbor so much hate towards gamers. Get out of here, come on, boys. I think. Oh, what the hell? He's already spawned. That's crazy. Nice pickup.
Another one to the left. He's at the Hydra.
Got it. I'm on my way to him right now. He's dead. Killing spree.
Oh yeah, I mean I agree the same. I grew up in much like you, around grown-ups that played video games. Like my grandma would not let me touch the regular Nintendo until I played Atari. Like she wanted to show appreciation for where it had come from, and you know, which I appreciate to this day because I'm doing the same thing with my 5-year-old nephew. You know, he's all about the iPad, wanted to play, you know, this game on the iPad.
Candy Crush.
Yeah, buddy, we're gonna sit down and play some freaking Nintendo 64, and you're gonna learn how to play these games that you know been playing since I was young. Oh, rockets are back there. So yeah, I completely 100% agree with you. I think in any, that's a good way to put this, in any, let's say, hobby or interest, You know, you're always gonna have people against
Haters
what
gonna
you're
hate.
doing.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, haters gonna hate. Yeah, I mean, you're always gonna have people against your choice of being, you know, your choice of being, like me, a 31-year-old gamer who works full time but loves to play video games and stream and put YouTube videos up. You know, it's a young man's game. I know that, but that doesn't stop me from doing it because I like it.
No, totally. And I
So
totally,
it's,
totally
yeah,
get
I
that.
mean, me and you are in the same boat. So it's, you know, it sucks because, like your dad, who's what, 50 something, 60 something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, your father, who's an older gentleman, older than us, twice our age, he's, you know, he doesn't keep his gaming on the down low, and I'm sure he doesn't get scrutinized for it necessarily, but
No. And I mean, and I really do think I mean, like everything in life, it's all based off of the company that you keep. I mean, if you choose to keep people who are going to be negative towards your hobbies, then you're gonna find the negativity that way. Do I agree with it? No, obviously. Do I think no matter what age or anything like that you are, you should be able to do what the heck you want? Yeah. I don't subscribe to the policy of, oh, well, he's old. You know.
I think on the flip side, like you said, there's always got to be an adverse statement to what we talk about. I think that on the other side of the age spectrum, as far as like younger kids, you know, like we always do, going back to Call of Duty, you know, you run into a lot of preteen 12-year-olds that
Nice.
now it's like sailors, and you know, they don't, you know, they're swearing, talking about your mom this, I'm gonna do this to your mom, do that, and I'm like, you realize I'm twice your age, 3 times your age, and you know, it's unfortunate in the age that they grew up in, or that they're growing up in, because it's more digital, it's more, you know, it's more, nice.
One shot.
Oh, they're both over there anyway. You know, it's unfortunate for the younger generation because they're growing up with all this cool stuff to do, you know, like kids at the age of 12 have iPhones at school, and, you know, my 5-year-old nephew knows how to work an iPad better than I do, you know, like, it's just the generation and the age that they're growing up in, which is unfortunate because they're not spending the time outdoors that we did when we were kids.
Not true. He's one shot on rockets. No, he killed himself. I don't know why.
Killed himself. No, depressed.
He couldn't handle the pressure.
You know, I mean, I grew up barefoot in the woods every summer. I was up in my grandma and grandma's property up on the peninsula. And see, look, I just died. That never happens to them. You know, on my grandparents' property out in the woods with no shoes on, and they'd let us run around in the woods until dark or later and not worry about us. And, you know, that was expected of us to do. You know, to go out there and get dirty, get bumps and bruises, and, you know, help your other cousins and nephews and nieces traverse rivers and mountainsides, and, you know, and kids nowadays are like, oh, can you help me with level 2.3 on Angry Birds? I'm trying to get 3 stars. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like,
behind his eyes. Nice.
Got it. So, you know, just kind of, it is what it is. I think I don't like to compare raising children to raising dogs, but I have more experience raising dogs than I do raising children. So, you know, I owned a pit bull. A pit bull is not necessarily a positive breed of dog. And, you know, you would never know the difference, my dog, between a fucking lap poodle. I mean, he was the most well-behaved, well-listened, well-trained dog that, you know, anybody would ever see. And it's because of what I allowed him to do, and things like that. You know what I mean? It's it's same with the kids. You know, like I could, if I had a child who was 5, you know, like much like your daughter, she plays sports, she loves being outside, you know, but she does also do the iPad, the YouTube, the
All about
there's
that
got to be
Minecraft.
at least, yeah, there's got to be a balance, and unfortunately, in a lot of the younger generation who don't have the parental supervision that my niece does, or that my nephew does, don't get that. You know, they don't get. All they know is video games. Coming home every day playing video games, and you know, it turns into some pretty rotten kids, man. I mean, they're fucking bastards they are.
Yeah.
So, it's just a little bit of an adverse look at what we're talking about here. You know, I won't discriminate against anybody who wants to play video games. It's what I love to do. It's my hobby, and any closing thoughts there, buddy?
Oh yeah. I think too. I mean, of course, the whole conversation is, of course, going to come down to, you know, what do I think would be an acceptable age to do things, and I think any age is acceptable to do things in video games. Any age is acceptable to do things as long as there's someone responsible there to help you with it, to help you, because like I am not one of those people. Like, I already know, and people have already asked me, because I'm a big video gamer, they're like, oh, Keymaster, are you gonna let your daughter or your son play Grand Theft Auto when they're not 18, because you know your parents let you do that? And no, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
They can
Just because my mom let me do something doesn't mean I'm gonna let my kids do something.
No. And I'm gonna stick to it. That's what's gonna happen. Sort of guy just to the right of the middle, top. He's going through blue right now.
There's a camo, right? One of their guys is camo there.
Oh shit. Yeah, fool. I beat down fools to have the sword, because I just don't care. Because I'm cray-cray. And yeah, no, I mean, I think anybody can play any game they want as long as they have the proper supervision. I'm not one of those people who's like, no, you can't play, blah, blah, blah. No, if your parent thinks that, if the adult in your life thinks that you're mature enough to handle games of more mature content, that's totally fine. Totally fine with me. But you don't let me catch you on there being acting like a damn fool. And with that being said, I think that pretty much sums it up right there. So thank you everybody for tuning in as always. Make sure you guys check all the links down below. You'll be seeing links to my channel, stuff on my channel, links to stuff on Bigro, and all of his goings-ons. Goings-ons. You know how it is. But yeah, make sure you guys are checking those out. A lot of good stuff coming up. Make sure you guys don't miss out on any of that action. It's going to be a barrel full of fun.
You snooze, you lose.
I totally failed that fight.
Guys, one shot behind
I'm dead. I see him though. But no, I understand where people are like, oh, it's, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing when it comes to this whole situation. It's just like, well, maybe people need to be a little more responsible about it.
Did you just do the outro and then cut back into the video?
Yeah, I did. Totally did. Bring it back.
Bring it back. I had one more opinion before I go.
Shutting this down. I get the final say.
When we record. That's what happens when we record these Hanging in the Bread episodes after a 40-hour plus work week, and we're doing it at like 12 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So, you guys are going to see. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description, guys, and we'll see you next video.
Exactly. Peace.
Peace.